Good morning. It's Al Robinson. It is July 10th. It's Friday, and I wanted to talk to you today about subprime loans versus non-prime loans. And I think some of you will remember back in the early 2000s, there was something called a subprime loan. And that came from the area of if you had poor credit, if you did not have the proper income documentation, if your source of your cash to close was not in the right accounts. There's a whole bunch of things that qualified for subprime, meaning that it was less than prime. And what happened was that business basically went away in '07, '08, '09 and got reinvented probably back in 2017-ish now and became known as non-prime. But it had a lot of differences to it, meaning that once the Dodd-Frank rules were passed in 2010, it became illegal for lenders to give mortgages without verifying income. We could all define what verifying income is, but in a prime loan, that's pay stubs, tax returns, etc. In a non-prime loan, that could be bank statements, that could be rent. If it was an investment property, that could be liquidation of assets, a whole group of different things that the conventional Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA world don't necessarily accept. You're not getting a non-prime loan any longer with poor credit. Your credit score will have to be good. And I think where there's a little wiggle room is the seasoning period from a conventional loan if you've had a credit event, a short sale, a foreclosure, a bankruptcy. You won't have to wait as long in the non-prime world, but you will have to have a credit score that reflects typically a 680 score for non-prime. And keep in mind, you're not going to get a 3% interest rate. You might get a 5 or a 6% interest rate. So it is a little easier to qualify for. You do have to have good credit. You may or may not have to have the normal tax returns. Here's another area on the non-prime. There's certain rules on jumbo financing that are more restrictive than on non-prime, meaning on a non-prime loan, you can take out $1 million of cash if you own a property that's free and clear. There's limitations on the jumbo world that you only can take out $250,000 in cash. So there's different rules like that. It does not make it a bad loan. It doesn't make it a more risky loan. It's just a different loan. And as such, the down payment will be more, the credit score will have to be good, and there'll be some alternative documentation options. Hopefully that explains to you the difference between subprime, which has now gone away, has been transitioned into non-prime, and it doesn't look anything like what the subprime loans looked like back in the early 2000s. Have a great day. It is July 10th. It's Friday. If you need me over the weekend, you can reach me at 954-415-6133. Have a great day.